Honey. Most of us would have heard one time or another that honey is, some kind of superfood. Yet did you know that it leads to animal suffering, animal exploitation, and is actually not health promoting? So in today's video, this is what we're going to be talking about. So stay tuned. Hi there, it's Paul Tarbeth here, nutritional lifestyle coach at Rawsome Healthy. Now, a question we often get asked is about honey. Is it vegan and is it healthy to eat? Well, honey is certainly a very popular food item the world over, and if you're not vegan, you'll probably often or not you'll be eating honey at some stage in your diet, and you'll probably think it's really healthy food to eat. But is this true? And when people think of honey, just like we did before we went vegan, used to think, honeybees, they go out there in the beautiful blue sunshine, blue skies, lots of green pasture land with lots of flowers, and they go on the flowers and they collect the nectar, take it back to the hive and make honey for us humans to eat. And it is a very romanticized and simplistic view, but it's unfortunately very far from the truth. Honey is a big industry, and honeybees are treated just like simple commodities, like many other animals on this planet where humans just use them as they see fit. So let's just look at some of the examples of the kinds of cruelty that are inflicted upon honeybees. Queen bees have their wings clipped so they cannot leave the nest. Queen bees are also often artificially impregnated with bee sperm, and not with their consent, of course. Queen bees can live for a number of years, but often have their lives cut short by the beekeeper and are replaced by new queen bees. Some beehives are even set on fire to kill all the bees before wintertime comes, so to just reduce costs. The handling of bees to extract honey from the hives also causes bee deaths. Some commercial operations will also remove all the honey from the beehive and in its place give the bees a cheap sugar substitute instead to eat. Bees are also transported around the country by various means, which of course is completely unnatural and adds to their stress levels. Now, the topic of whether honey is vegan or not does cause a lot of debate out there, especially amongst vegans, with some saying that we shouldn't be talking about it as vegans because it can put people off this lifestyle. Yet we feel it's still a very important topic to discuss because animals are being exploited and are being treated inhumanely, and in this case it's the bees. Even though some people may think of bees as just being like some other bug or insect and not very intelligent, they are actually very intelligent creatures. For example, the honeybees go back to their hives and perform a dance called a waggle dance to let the other bees know there where a good food source is, and with this dance they convey things like the distance and the direction to the food source. When you understand that the bees also factor in the changing position of the sun throughout the day as they give their directions to their fellow bees for the best food sources, then you get a good understanding of just how intelligent these little creatures are. Now, there are people out there who say that insects cannot feel pain, and this includes bees as well. And so this then gives us the green light to use and exploit them as we see fit as human beings. Now, there are studies both for and against this, whether insects can feel pain or not, and bees can feel pain or not, yet we don't believe this is the point. And the point is the fact that we are using and exploiting and causing cruelty to animals, which does not need to happen. We do not need to be interfering and causing cruelty to bees, like we are to many other animals on this planet. If we really want to live in a world without cruelty to any animals, then it's really important that we have open and honest debates about issues such as bees and honey, and not feel we have to hold back from it because some people might see it as not being worthy of discussion, insignificant, or feel uncomfortable by the questions that we raise. If someone asked us if honey is vegan or not, we would say no, because it's unnecessarily interfering with their lives, causing their injury and death, and exploits them for honey, which many humans still consume. Now let's look at some of the facts and health aspects of honey itself. Honey is 80% sugar, made up of basically fructose and glucose. It also contains trace amounts of nutrients like minerals, vitamins and some water, but offers very little if any nutritional value to human beings. Honey is acidic and averages around 3.9 on the pH scale. Honey due to its makeup can cause blood sugar spikes just like refined table sugar, so this is something to definitely be avoided. Honey often contains high levels of chemicals such as fertilizers, fungicides and pesticides due to the bees foraging from plants that have been treated with these chemicals. Honey should never be given to young babies as it can cause food poisoning due to the potential for it to contain a certain type of bacteria that produces toxins in the baby's gut if ingested. So as you can see, there is no good reason for you to be consuming honey, both for the animal welfare aspect and your own health. So instead of taking honey from the bees, which is made for the bees to eat, instead eat sweet delicious fruits to satisfy your sweet tooth, which are full of fibre, phytonutrients including antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, omega-3s and 6s, and much more great nutrition. So what are your thoughts on honey? Do you have it in your own diet? Perhaps you think it's a superfood, or perhaps you're a vegan who thinks we shouldn't be talking about this kind of subject because we might put people off becoming vegans. I'd love to hear your comments, so please leave them below as always. If you want to include more raw foods in your own diet, then get our free 5-day raw food menu plan by clicking on the link below. Thanks very much for watching, eat fruit, keep fit, and I'll see you again in our next video. Bye for now. Who needs honey when you've got sweet fruits like this?